Most people think that empaths and narcissists are two totally different types of people. But what if I told you they have more in common than you think? Hey, hi, how's it going everybody? Dr. Goat here with another Car Talk. And today I want to talk about the similarities between empaths and narcissists. So to start this out, more than likely we got to take you back to their childhoods. Because a big thing with narcissists and empaths is childhood trauma. And the major thing that makes the difference between the two of them, whether you become an empath or you become a narcissist if you had childhood trauma, is the way that you go about getting your needs met. Because a big thing with both of them is that they felt like they did not get their needs met as a child. And basically, empaths, with not having their needs met, they felt that they needed to change themselves to get their needs met. They felt like there was something wrong with them, and if they adjusted themselves, then they would be worthy of love or whatever and would get their needs met. Whereas narcissists, on the other hand, didn't think the problem was with them. They thought the problem was with the outside world and the people around them. So they tried to manipulate and change the outside world to get their needs met. Both of them just looking to get their needs met, but both went totally opposite directions there. So both of them also struggle with boundaries. I know personally, I'm more on the empath side. I have always struggled to maintain boundaries. I've, for the most part, a lot of times with people, don't even really set boundaries because I have always felt like there was an issue with me. Always felt like I needed to adjust myself to fit in places, to keep people comfortable. I always felt like I needed to change. So I never really set any boundaries, and because of that, because of me not setting boundaries, quite often people have done things to me and said things to me and that I don't necessarily like, and things that I wouldn't say or do to other people, but they do them to me. And because I just am being a quote-unquote people pleaser, I just kind of let these things happen. And yeah, not having boundaries with people is not a good thing. Whereas narcissists, on the other hand, they love to push past people's boundaries, but they will definitely hold their boundaries firm. That is one good thing about narcissists, is that they will hold their boundaries. You will not disrespect them. You will not say anything badly about them, or they will let you know there's an issue there. Which I will say, that is a good trait of a narcissist, is that they have their boundaries and they keep them there, and they're not going to let people past them. But they will most definitely push past yours. They don't care that you have boundaries or not. They will push past them. And a lot of times they find these empaths because, you know, they can see that this person either does not have boundaries or they're not really going to hold tight to them. They can see that this person is a people pleaser, and that's frankly what the narcissist wants. They want someone who's going to give and do whatever they want. Empaths want to fix, help, love. Narcissists want to take. The narcissists want that love. They want that attention. They love attention. So empaths play right into that role for them. So frankly, being an empath, then the narcissist is naturally drawn to you. They can see that you want to please others. They see that you like giving attention to people. They see that you will adjust yourself to keep people happy. And that's literally what they've been looking for. They've been looking for someone to adjust for them, to give to them, to do for them. The two of them, like I say, intertwine so perfectly that if you are an empath that does not have boundaries and doesn't have a real sense of self-worth, you're pretty much led right into the narcissist grip. So 3 things here. If you are an empath and either are in a relationship with a narcissist, have been with a narcissist, have narcissists in your family, whatever, 3 things you can do to help yourself. One thing is to channel your empathy inward. Instead of always asking if someone else is hurt, if someone else needs help, if they're sad or whatever, ask yourself the question. Ask yourself if you're okay. I know it feels awkward to do if you're an empath. It does not feel natural at all to think about yourself and to be concerned with how you're doing, how you're feeling. You're always worried about how this other person's feeling, if they're okay, if they need help. But you need to take care of yourself. We're so busy taking care of other people and their feelings and what they need that we need to learn to stop and take a minute and focus on ourselves. Focus on what we need. Second thing here, big thing, like I already mentioned, is boundaries. We need to learn to set boundaries. Once again, personally, that has been a big thing that I've really lacked, is setting boundaries in general. And even when I've set boundaries, a lot of the times, if someone pushed past them, I didn't really do anything about it. I would kind of just let it go and just deal with the fact that they were disrespecting me or treating me in a way that I didn't want to be treated. But you need to learn to set boundaries and actually hold to them. If someone is pushing up on your boundaries that you've got, let them know what you will and won't accept. And like I say, if they try to push past them, do what you got to do and keep your distance from them. Because if someone gets upset or tries pushing past your boundaries, more than likely there's a high chance there that they're the type of person that you need to have these boundaries for. Because if they can't respect your boundaries, they're most definitely not going to respect you. And as an empath, you need to learn that respect needs to be mutual. If you're giving respect, you need to be getting respect back. Then the third thing, if you've been in the relationship with a narcissist, learn to stop confusing intensity with love. I know in these toxic relationships between empaths and narcissists, there's a lot of chaos in it, a lot of drama, fights constantly, and then there'll be the makeup sessions. And that chaos, that constant drama, that is not love. Just because it's intense and it can feel crazy at times, but it also feels that intensity, it's hard to understand if you haven't been in the situation yourself, but the intensity of all that does, like, you really feel a connection there, and there is a connection, but that's trauma bond. That's not love, that's trauma bonding. You are connecting the two of you through all this chaos, and just because you're connecting, that doesn't mean it's love. So learn the difference between the two. The chaos is not love, and love should not be chaos. Love should be peaceful. Love should feel secure, not a bunch of drama, not a bunch of wondering what's gonna happen. Are we okay? Are we gonna be okay? Love should be solid. It should be firm. It should be peaceful. So again, if you're an empath, learn to respect yourself, hold your boundaries. Remember that love should be peaceful, not stressful. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you're an empath who's been with a narcissist and you're finally learning to set your boundaries and love yourself. And as always, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.